Hey everybody. What is it? It's a Wednesday afternoon, and I'm just kind of kicking around. I haven't worked on the Lego A-Wing, the Ultimate Collector Series version, in like 3 months. Everything else has moved along. My hair's gotten longer. Worked on other stuff. Halloween is coming up, of course, so we decorated the lawn and stuff. But um, I feel bad that this has kind of like been sitting here for so long. So I thought maybe I'd take a stab at getting at least one more bag done. We're only on bag number 3, which is seems crazy, and not for lack of wanting to do it. We've just been really busy. We got away from doing our snack boxes too, and we were 3 behind, and then we did one Sunday, and then Monday we got a new one, and we're still 3 behind, which is kind of funny. Anyway, I'm gonna build this anyway, so I thought I'd start the stream just for giggles, right? Right. So this is what we got. The Ultimate Collector Series A-Wing. And currently, we're on bag number 3. So, let's see here. Lego, in their infinite wisdom, made this box sealable because I think they figured out that it was going to take people a while to get through all these bags. When last we left the project, we had gotten this far, which is most of the chassis, the seat, the flight stick seems to be in there, the adjustable wings are there, and the guns, which are cool, the mount for the guns. So, not much has changed. Fortunately, there's not a lot of dust on here. Just a little bit. Because we use this for, everything, this table. Everything, it's a dining room table, but we use it for just about anything but eating. And if you're wondering, like, what's going on with me, I have paint, like, all over my arms, because I've been working on Halloween stuff. So, just paint. That's okay. I'll give the chat room a little update there just in case. These are the leftover parts so far. Part of the fun, I think, of the Lego kits are the leftover parts, just to see what you end up left with. And the way I've been doing this is separating a lot of the parts out into a little dish like this. Small parts here, large parts here, and that has made it pretty easy for me. I'm sure everyone has their own clever way of doing it. It looks like we have one big bag of big parts. And 2 smaller bags of smaller parts. Hey, Brian. Well, we haven't done much in like 3 months. So don't feel like you missed out on anything. I'm only on bag number 3. That's it. Bag number 3. But it's good to see you. I hope life is treating you well. and that the weather is good where you are. Yeah, I basically did the first 2 bags. I got this far, and then I didn't get any farther. We just got busy. You know, life, like it happens. And now I have to figure out where I am in the book. I think I'm here. See, I got smart. I put a bookmark in place. Look at that. Who'd have thunk? Also, because I'm a total nerd and just hanging out, so, you know, water, of course, always. And maybe America's least favorite snack. Nobody seems to like these but me, which is sad. I think they're pretty good. Now, that said, though, these are the new versions of them. So Necco Wafers, the company, like went out of business, and they got bought out. And these are like the new versions of them. So I don't know if they're any. I don't know if they're as good as the old ones, but they may not be. But anyway, but I like them. A lot of people rank these along with candy corn. They don't like candy corn either. It's pretty funny. And Brian, it's not so much patience as it is that like other things have garnered my attention. You know, being kind of a squirrel, it's like, look at that. Oh, look over here, look over here. And then the box has been right here, sitting, lurking. So, pretty funny stuff. But yeah, it's finally overcast here today. Finally got cold. Finally good stuff. All right. So it looks like, don't me to take our chassis here that we're working on so far and set it aside for the time being. Not the time being. So I'm gonna swap these here. I went to the eye doctor, and the eye doctor suggested I get close-up glasses or computer glasses, which I think is a pretty good suggestion. But you know, now I have to do it. Also going to move my computer a little bit closer so I can actually read what's going on. Yeah, see, they don't know what they're missing. Necco wafers, man, and candy corn. All right. The biggest problem for me is always trying to make sure I have the right piece to start with. And it looks like we're starting to do the front engine slope. This is what this bag entails, apparently. So that's what we're building. I like this color, though. I like a really good kind of beet color. Legos made from the finest beets. Although Lego is supposed to be going non... I can't think of the right term, but they're going for plastic that is more biodegradable now. So these could be made out of beets eventually. I'll find out. Okay, what do we got? I need a 2x8. No, 2x6. Okay. Is that white? It could be white. I think it's white. Then we got a couple of these weird guys. 4 to be exact. It was really kind of funny trying to remember how to set all this up again, because like I haven't done it in 3 months. We did the same thing this weekend when we went through our snack box. We're like, how did we set that up before? All right. Yeah, the worst thing about not doing this project for 3 months was that I was actually tripping over it. It was here in the corner, and I like every time I'd round that corner, I'd hit the box or see the box, and it sort of taunted me. Windows wants to restart. Let's not restart right now, shall we? Seems like every time I boot up my computer, Windows wants to restart. I'm cracking into the Necco wafers. Now, the interesting thing about Necco wafers, I think, if you're a history buff, is that these wafers are from 1847. Not these exact ones, but the same ones. But I'll tell you, their quality control has gone way down. I can tell you right off the bat, because every Necco wafer used to be stamped with Necco on it, and now they're like way off. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Maybe over here. It's like down at the bottom. It's really strange. This one has like the beginning and the end of Necco on it. So their quality control's like gone way out the window. Oh well. I'm only gonna eat them, right? Right. Okay. Now I need another 2x6. And another, what is that, 4x10 platform. This actually looks like it might go together pretty quickly. Maybe I'm going to end up with 2 bags done today. I'll try not to get optimistic. Yeah, we ran outside the other night and got rid of or pulled in a bunch of our Halloween decorations because we thought it might rain, but no, doesn't look like it. But they promise that we're finally going to start the slide out of summer. It was 95 earlier in the week, and that's just wrong. Wrong, I tell you, wrong. Okay. That looks pretty good. Looks like the picture, I think. Let's see. I have a tan 4x4, and I need 2 gray 2x3s. And then 2 of the burgundy platforms, which are, they're 1x3s, but they're shiny. It's one of the biggest problems I have with Legos is I will very frequently grab the wrong texture piece. I'll put one on with studs where there aren't supposed to be any studs. Okay, now 2 more. I feel like this is like a huge cheat because I have a lot of friends who do exactly this thing, but they're sketching. Like Brian, who's hanging out on chat. He's an exceptional artist, and that's like a real skill. Whereas I'm just building Legos. But I figure this is something I'd be doing anyway. Part of the problem with Necco wafers not having been made for a year is I don't remember what the flavors are. Like this could be either mint or Pepto-Bismol, this pink one. I have like no idea. I think it's more Pepto-Bismol. Let's see here. Okay, still looks like the picture. Feeling good. Ooh, now we're getting weird. I think I'd have better luck if I use these things as like chopsticks versus regular chopsticks. The nice thing about the book over here is that when they print technical pieces like this, they'll give you a guide and show you exactly how long that piece is supposed to be. Here, let's see if I can. There we go. So you can kind of like line it up, match it up. Lego construction, the actual vehicles that you build and things are pretty great. But honestly, their instruction books are a work of art. Because they make it so that you can understand everything that's going on. Although, you know, admittedly, for me it gets pretty confusing. So what do we got here? Here, maybe I'll switch spots. I'll bring the book over here and put what I'm building over here. Like I said, my doctor thinks I should get close-up glasses. I don't think it'll help, but we'll try. Okay. So one of these, this guy can go hang over here. And then I need two Colleen is making frustrated sounds from the office in the other room. Excel? Yeah. She's using Excel. Which, you know, by extension, that makes Microsoft crappy. And we do that. Oh, cool. Two more of these guys. All right, so we've got black studs, and I'm going to do these gray sockets. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to attach it together. Not with that one. With that one. There we go. I feel like I will be reversing this process momentarily. All right, there we go. So that's good. And then it is going to go along here. How far down? Maybe one space? I think that looks right. If you guys watched the last time I did this, you'll know I had to take a whole big part apart because I completely screwed it up. Yeah, Brian makes a good point that in the old days when they did these Lego books, they had to be hand drawn, and now they're all probably done with their 3D software, where they just, you know, do the model step by step by step. And not that, you know, it's not a lot of layout work, But hand drawing Lego bricks, that must have been a big pain. Although I don't know, maybe even then back in the old days, they would do it almost as a cut and paste thing, where it's like, you know, we have this many blocks, we know what we're doing. Okay. Now I'm going to reverse what I just did. So I need one of these gray axles that stands off. Two of the two wide black axles, like that, and then one of those, one of those. I'm not sure I've had occasion to use these little pieces before. They're pretty cool. Okay, and done. And that looks like it goes right here, right? Right. Okay. Looks good so far. All right, now I need 4 blue axles to pin it all together. So when designing Lego things, I wonder, when I worked in the toy design industry, your goal, of course, was to completely keep the cost down for everything you did. Minimize the cost of plastics, the number of pieces, accessories, if you were doing action figures. Lego tries to use, for the most part, pre-existing pieces, but I wonder which is more beneficial to them in terms of the cost of putting a kit together. One, using lots of weird little pieces like this from an interest factor, or is this cheaper to use a lot of weird little pieces, or is it cheaper to just use very common blocks and build it all up? It's one of the dumb things I think about. Did you reprogram your computer with a hammer yet?
No, I just growled at it a little.
Okay, now 2 of these guys going here. Because a lot of the model, of course, is building up the edges so that you can attach it to other pieces of the ship. And having a lot of extra space in there is not a big deal. I don't know what's more expensive, plastic or number of pieces. Okay, so there we go. This piece looks pretty done. Setting it aside for now. Put it over here. And now we're going to build the angled parts of the nose, it looks like. Maybe I only... No, I must have 2 because that's the wrong one. That's the wrong red one. Okay, here we go. Here's the right red one. So now I have a single black stud, a smooth one, a dot, and a Lego zit. then I need a 1x4. Right? Yep, it's like that. Ha! They're in the other section. There we go. So 1x4, and then 1x2 stud. And another weird piece. I don't know that I've ever seen before. That guy's kind of funky. A perfect right angle. There we go. Looks just like the picture. Not exciting. And now, well, I was going to say we're going to do it again, but I have to attach it over here. Ah, see, I put it in the wrong spot. There we go. Like, why does this not match? It doesn't match because I'm sad. I'm a sad Lego constructor. All right, there we go. We're almost at page 100. Oh, bye, Brian. Say hi to Tracy, the whole family. Miss you guys. It's been too long. Last time we saw Brian in his own turf on the East Coast for a lovely trip through about this time of year, in fact, because it was fall. The colors were changing. But yeah, that's been a while. I lost all our pictures from that trip. Very sad. Okay, so I have this. I add the zit. I need 2. And a 4. Where's my 4? Oh. Wait, did I mess the last one up? No, I did the last one right. I'm messing this one up. It's slightly different, like by 1 piece. That's weird. Okay. So that goes there. That goes there. And then I need another right angle bracket. Which goes like this. Which I assume goes over here like this. All right, there we go. Fill in the hole a little bit. Very nice. Not too bad. Now, 1 5-by. Oh, interesting. All right, I might have mentally skipped ahead. So I need to pop this guy off. Taking this guy off, there we go. And then I'm going to pop this one on this side, and this one on that side. Nice, a nice little angle here, pretty sweet. At some point, this model is going to get like really unmanageable. I can tell. Okay, I mentioned earlier I was talking about Necco wafers. That's what a proper Necco wafer is supposed to look like. If you can get, it's too bright. Is it too bright? Can't see. There you go. See how it's stamped at the bottom? That's how it's supposed to be. Maybe better over here. Necco. Of course, it still tastes like Pepto-Bismol. Actually, I take that back. It tastes like those candy cigarettes. You remember candy cigarettes? They had that sort of minty, chalky flavor. That's pretty much what those taste like. Okay. So that was page 99. Page 100. Feel like we accomplished something. So, still on bag 3. I'm not seeing... Oh, I see what's going on. Never mind, I'm confused. Okay. Everything okay?
Yeah. It's not bad, but the dog in the front yard,
Yeah.
the Halloween dog,
Yes.
is going off all by itself.
Oh.
So like the grass is moving and...
Oh, I think the batteries need to be replaced. And
well, but it just like keeps going off and off and off.
yeah,
So...
and I think that might be because the batteries need to be replaced.
Oh, okay.
So, you turned it off?
No.
Oh.
I could do that.
Yeah, just turn it off or bring it in and I'll change the batteries. So we have a decoration in the front yard that's maybe a 2-foot tall statue of a wolf. And it's sort of like a pet cemetery kind of a thing. And when you walk by, you set off the motion sensor and it starts barking and the eyes are supposed to light up. But it's been acting funny and the eyes aren't lighting up. And basically I feel like the super cheap batteries that they gave you in the demo have worn out. And so it's out there just yapping away, doing its own thing. And I think it's because the batteries are dying.
So your people can... Oh, they can't see anything.
Oh, sure they can.
Oh, there.
They
That.
can see.
You have 2 cameras.
They can see over here. Hey.
Yeah.
And so I think the cheapo batteries that came with it are dying.
Yeah.
And that's probably why it's freaking out. Or I'll fix it and it'll make no difference. don't know what this is, but it's a really rude shape. Okay, so there's that. It says I'm making 2 of these. But I don't know. Nope, times 2. I guess I'm just making 2 of them at the exact same time. I was talking earlier about how awesome these instruction booklets were and what an effort they were, but occasionally they can be a little confusing. Oh, hey Nick. So Nick, when I was doing this 3 months ago, Nick got his, and he kicked butt and blasted away and got them all done. And here I am still on bag number 3. But he brought up in the chat the thing that is my biggest concern, which is, will there be missing parts? Which is why I have a bag of all the extra parts over here, and we'll have to see. But that is always my big fear. And Lego's really good about replacing parts, but it's always a total drag when they, you know, something happened and they missed one in the packaging. Okay, so it said do 2 of those. So here we go. Here's 2 of these. They're identical. And then I need 1 of these. And 1 of these. Oh, I see. Sorry, we're not done with those yet. I wonder if any of you guys have done this as a party game, like brought out a Lego thing and just had a whole group build them. It's kind of fun. Okay. We had the ultimate version of that when there was a really nice, she was a librarian. She used to be the kindergarten teacher, I think, and then she became the librarian of a school, and she had her entire library ringed with Lego kits, and they were all Star Wars. She was a huge Star Wars Lego fan. And she had just about all of them, and they were all put together, they were all on display, and somebody broke in and trashed all of them. So if you can imagine like 40, 50 Lego kits all being messed up and thrown together in a giant pile, how terrible that would be to sort out. And so we had a whole bunch of Lego fans go down there. It was reported in the newspaper. We contacted them, and the local lug groups, the Lego user groups, went down, and we had just a huge party. All sorts of people who volunteered went down, and we rebuilt all her stuff as well as we were able. And guys brought down buckets of their own parts if there were things missing that they couldn't find, and wow, it was just insane. And I have to say that we got maybe 85% of all of our stuff built, maybe more than that, but we sure got a lot of it done. And that was a huge party at the school. We took over the cafeteria, and it was a smallish school, and it was just really sad that somebody did that. Just how rude. Okay. Well, Nick had fun building it. I am so far. Okay. So here's a 9-hole beam. need a black axle. Here we go. Oh, I missed a step. See? That's why I'm so bad at this. Gee, Sean, why do you suck at Legos? Alright, let's see. I need one of these. And one of these. Now whatever this weird black piece is, one of these. All right. Let's see. Do this. And then there we go. And a little swiveling axle piece. That's pretty cool. Since it says I'm supposed to do 2 of these, it doesn't say I'm supposed to do them backwards though. So I'm just going to make 2 identical ones. Although I guess they are ambidextrous in nature. So that should be fine. All right, there's that. And that. I'll tell you, my construction when I was a kid would have been so much cooler if I'd had all these extra parts. I know there are purists that only like basic Lego parts, but I don't know. I think these are pretty wicked. Oh, see, here's me doing it wrong again. All right, let's try this again. Unlike model kits, this is okay when I don't, I'm not gluing it together, so I can take it apart and fix my mistakes. Okay, there, I built 2. And I'm eating another Necco wafer. Okay, so large bar. Small axle. And I'm going to assume, again, that I'm duplicating this still. Okay. I got 2 of these things going on. Then I have a 9-piece black beam. A 5-piece gray beam. So that goes here. I have a single brown axle that goes through the entire length of the piece. There we go. Another one of those. We will repeat the procedure. I feel like this model is going to be bigger than I think it is. It's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's already 13.5 inches long. Okay, so there we go. That's done. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Now, 3 times blue, which means I need 6. So 1, look. I have a hard time with the really small pieces. I can't see them. I can't pick them up. I grabbed the wrong ones. There we go. I don't know. I don't know what it is. This smells like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge for some reason. Okay. Here is a perfect example of a perfect Necco wafer. See? You can see the writing in it. That's good. This one's chocolate. Chocolate ones are weird. Oh, see, put that one in the wrong way. Thought I had it. Totally didn't. Okay. One there. One there. There. Repeat as needed. There we go. And long black crossed axle. I suppose there are like actual real names for these things that I should probably learn. Actual like Lego fans are out there going, "What are you telling me? Stop saying that. You're wrong." Okay. One at the end. All right. So it looks like I have these 2 identical pieces done, or conversely, flip them over. They're pretty ambidextrous. And so they go here. Okay. see somewhere, there's a piece here that I missed somewhere. Where did I miss that? Not there, not there, not there. Way back here, I think. Did I find a mistake? I feel like I found a mistake. Hold on a second. See if I can figure out where that piece shows up. Ah, here. My mistake, not their mistake. It's a little ball joint. That goes in here. All right. There we go. Now I got it right. So that goes to the outside. But the question is, where does it attach? Ah, there it is. Okay. It goes sideways like this. This is very tricky. It's starting to get like really deep into the two studs over here. Okay, got it. Very nice. Same over here. Nice and easy. And then wow, that's a pretty complicated 2 pages. Okay. Oh, you're totally welcome, Gene. Gene Rimsover. This is sort of like a weird Zen thing, isn't it? Just kind of like sitting and being calm, and I think we could all use that. All right, so here's where we are so far. So we built this whole front half today. I still have more to go, but we have our angled part of the ship, which is cool. We've extended it by another 7 inches. That's pretty awesome. All right, step 129. See, there we go. Finding the piece. So I need that, and I need 2 cylinders, which I hope I have. Okay, there's 1. 1 is good. 2 is better. There we go. These look like the little wire crimpers that you put on wire to keep them from connecting, to insulate them. Okay, that's it. So we have this join, which then gets blue axles added in. There we go. Not too bad. This looks like an action figure weapon. All right. And then we join that over here to unite the two pieces we just built. Pretty good. All right. I thought this was going to be flexible, but once we snapped it into place, it sure isn't. I know it's going to be a support for the ramp here, but pretty sweet. All right. Give you a little more space there. Okay. So that's it, page 103. We got 2 times 1 by 8. Put them side by side and get a yellow connector piece. Centered that. Yellow at the back. Yellow at the front. That's pretty good. Now we need a 2 by 6. That looks like it's white. I'll tell you, one of the biggest problems I have with putting these things together is the white plastic color versus the gray plastic color here in the instructions. They look pretty much the same unless they're side by side. But like, you can kind of see in the instruction book right here that it's like the white and the gray are next to each other, and it's very hard to tell. Okay. But that's my problem, not yours. So now we need four of these little end rod deals. Oh, I need 8 of them. All right, there's 4. Seven. 8. I feel so accomplished. And then I need 2 long, smooth ones. So those are going to go there. And there. And then a 2 by 6 dark gray plate. There's that. All right, looking pretty solid. And then 4 blue axles. Oh, now I've done it. Ricocheted off into the void. You ever work on a project, something rolls off the table, and it vanishes before it hits the floor? It's always a drag when that happens with your Lego piece. And you never find it. You never see it again. It's just gone. Okay. I guess that's it. I think we're setting this aside for now. And we're back to our chopsticks here. one of these, which is a 15. And a gray 5-piece, a long gray axle, and then 3 of those end sockets. Oh, and 5 of these little black axles. Five of these guys. Ah. There we go. That's what I'm trying to get my hands on. Okay. 1, 2. 3. There's 1. Nope, that's wrong. That's right. Okay. And that goes into the blue one here. And there we go. It's coming together pretty quick. And then it looks like these guys wait, what? What? There we go. One of those goes there. One of these goes here. Huh. And one of these goes there. It's kind of weird. All right. Now I'm doing it again the other way, I guess. This is where I start to get nervous and see if I have enough pieces. Nick mentioned that he had the problem with small screws on the Tamiya models. That I remember, like the Gundam models and their tank models and stuff. They get pretty elaborate. But in the case of actual screws, though, you need like a giant hard drive magnet to just scan the carpet with. That's what I usually do. Okay, so that piece we just built goes right here. Looks like I got that lined up. Not bad. Okay, and then let's repeat what we just did. See how quickly I can blast through this. I don't build too many model kits these days. I modify toys a lot. Legos are certainly fun, but I don't know that I have the patience so much for model kits anymore. I'm more of a painting guy and less of a building guy. Of course, Lego, nothing to paint. Okay. Got that. I need one more axle. There we go. Got the axle. 3 of these dudes. I kind of like these pieces. They're kind of fun. They can either be something that you use in machinery, or they can be used to strengthen something. Good options. Okay. Part 2. Except it doesn't look right. What did I do wrong? I did this part wrong. I need to be farther back than I am. There we go. There we go. That looks like the picture. And now we're setting it aside. What do we got? See, now here's something that I never really noticed that would help me on a lot, which is the black pieces are outlined in white. And that's the perfect way to tell that they're black plastic. If you look at the little instruction box, you can totally see that. That's cool. That's what I get for being observant. All right. So 1 1x6 black, 2 1x4 gray, 1x8 light gray, a flat 1x3. Uh-oh. Here's where it looks like I'm missing a piece. I could be wrong. It's nothing crazy, but I don't think I have one over here. Nope. All right. Well, let's see how far I get. Okay, black piece with the gray piece. With the white. Now, here's where I'm missing. It looks like they're supposed to be 1x3s, but I think maybe they gave me the wrong piece. All right, because I have 2 1x4s, but it shows 2 1x3s. I wonder. All right, I'm going to try and make it work anyway. Let's see what we got. Put this guy here, and then definitely puts me off by 1 dot. This is so weird. It definitely gave me the wrong piece. I like 3D printing models. Brian is asking about 3D printing models, but I'll tell you my pet peeve is that most people don't finish them off properly. And it's okay if you just like want a toy and you're going to hand it off or something like that. But most people I know who 3D print things do it for other purposes. They're making new badges for their car, they're doing an action figure or a statuette, or they've created a 3D character and they want to do a maquette of it. Sometimes they recreate props from Star Trek or Star Wars or something like that. Or they're making Halloween costumes. And all of those things are really, really cool. But in most cases, everything needs to be finished off so that you can get rid of the print lines in it. And we have guys in our Star Wars club who will 3D print an E11 Stormtrooper blaster, and they leave all the lines in it, and I can see them, and I'm legally blind, and I can look at that thing and go, I see your print lines, that looks really terrible. So, I mean, honestly, treat it like the piece of art that you created, right? You made a thing in 3D, or you got a 3D model, you printed it out. Finish it off, get rid of those lines, sand it down, fill them in, do something. Otherwise, it looks silly. But I love the convenience of 3D printing, although it very much takes out a lot of the stuff that I do, which is I used to build models from scratch, and that's a lost skill. Nobody uses that anymore. So that's the downside of 3D models. But I love that you can share stuff with people. That's pretty amazing. All right, so here's another one of these. I really do feel like they gave me the wrong piece. It may work just as well, it may not matter, but we'll find out soon. There might be something I can do to make it work. Because here I am again. I have these other white parts that don't seem to be, unless I screwed up somewhere. I mean, maybe I should have used a 4 somewhere. So see this? Here's the 4 and here's a 3. Maybe I need to go back through my model work, my build, and see if I fudged something up. Because that's possible. I miscount studs all the time. You know, I'd like to think I didn't screw it up. I mean, but, you know, it's Legos. It's an easy fix. But I need to go back through all of these steps and see if any of these instruction blocks use... Oh, see? I think I just found it. Yep. Ha. Not their fault, my fault. So here, I think, no, maybe not. It looks okay. Ah, see, now I'm going to go back and check. Nope, it's my fault. Okay. So, on the model, right here, there's this white piece right there, and that is supposed to be that. So that's my screw up. Okay, good to know. Let's see if I can fix this without completely destroying everything. Everything we have worked for will be destroyed. Not really. Now the question is, looking back through this, okay, it goes all the way back here. There we go. Which is funny, because it would be stronger the other way, but whatever. Whatever. My replacing these pieces is not making anything any stronger. It is merely a cosmetic fix. There we go. back to normal. Okay. My mistake, not Legos. And is anybody surprised by that? No. Nobody is surprised by that. Uh-oh. I'm halfway through my Necco wafers. But I'm most of the way through my bag build, so that's okay. So here we go. That goes here. How are we doing? That's pretty good. All right, so 2 of those. 2 1x2. Why is that on there? Don't be on there. Okay. There we go. So that goes there. Okay. Now I pretty much have no other pieces except red ones. And there we go. The one thing you have to be careful about, Brian, with 3D printing is the size of your model and how long it's going to take. I know people who are printing full-scale droids like R2-D2 and BB-8, and it takes forever, and then they've got to put them all together, and it's complex. And they're doing it on like an 8x8-inch bed or something. But if you want a nice model, if you want to do a model in like 1/18 or something, and you mentioned the war rig from Mad Max Fury Road, you know, how big do you really want that? And what are you going to do with it once you printed it? Out here, we have a plethora. We have an overabundance of 3D printers. Just about everybody I know who is buying these things. And they will sometimes take commissions, and sometimes they do silly things just for fun. Like people have been saying that the year 2020 has been such a dumpster fire, so they're printing out little dumpsters that are on fire, and they're adorably cute, and they're meant for your Christmas tree. Okay, so here I am. I'm back to this. I see. That goes under here. Very nice. Same here. Under here. That's pretty good so far. Now we get all of our red panels on here. So let's see. We're going to do that one. There it is. I hate when they hide from you like that. It's just enough to get you freaked out. Because you're like, it's missing. Where's my other piece? There we go. pretty good. Yeah, I think that you, Brian, would do well with a 3D printer, and some of them also do laser engraving and things like that too. They do like multiple duties, and I think that you'd get a pretty huge kick out of being able to print the things that you model, or conversely, just other things that you fall in love with that people do. Wow. I don't even know what this is. What is this, like home plate? Like a weird looking piece. Okay. So there we go. That looks pretty good. I think I need 2 of these up here. And then they're asking for stickers, but I can wait on the stickers. I'll get there eventually. Definitely starting to look like an A-Wing though. When I built my Star Wars car, I put these same details up in the front of the Star Wars car because they were A-Wing details. Okay. Gonna skip the stickers for now. And then I've got this little trailer hitch guy. All right, and his hinge. Okay, I hope that's right. Doesn't look right. Just looks weird. Whatever, I'm rolling with it. That's all. And then 4 red 1x2 plates. The thing I'm always amused with about 3D printing is how long it takes. And a lot of people just like have to let the printer run for a couple days overnight, which is it makes you nervous. Star Wars car. Oh, I don't know. So I have been debating what to do with my next Star Wars car. The one that I currently have is a Nissan 350Z. I'm at almost 185,000 miles on it. I was going to replace it by 200,000 miles. So I'm looking for a new one, and I've narrowed it down. Currently I have 2 cars and maybe a backup. So I like the Lexus RC350, which is a little 2+2 coupe. It's got 2 front seats. It has 2 back seats that aren't really good for people to sit in. It's got a trunk, and it's pretty nice. And it's essentially the same car I have right now, except upgraded technology and a little bit of a different body style. I don't like the replacement for the car that I have right now. The 370Z just kind of looks weird to me. And it came out in 2009, and they haven't upgraded the technology at all. So, which is kind of a bummer. So the Lexus is kind of nice if I can find one in my price range. And then, and it's almost a lateral move for a car. And then the second one I was looking at that I'm giving very serious consideration is a plug-in hybrid, which is the Cadillac Elr. They made about 3,000 of them before Cadillac realized that people don't want a luxury hybrid from Cadillac, so they didn't sell very many of them. They stopped making them in 2016. And I can find them with, 30, 40,000 miles on them, and they get pretty good mileage and are good enough for me to take a road trip. Like if I wanted to drive from LA to Orlando or something for a Star Wars convention, I could do it because it will only run on gas. It doesn't have to be electric. So it's got that safety feature built into it. And the designs I did for that car, I did the standard Jedi Starfighter that I'm doing right now. I did an X-Wing, and one of the ones I did was a from an old Lucasfilm game called Dark Forces, and it was the Moldy Crow. I think it also turned up in the first Jedi Knight game. Eventually, it got blown up, and they replaced it with something called the Raven's Claw. But anyway, it's a very military, mercenary-looking kind of a ship. I've always loved the design. It's in fact, and that's the ship that we use for Colleen and I for our backstory for Galaxy's Edge, for our fake, Disney-bound characters. That's the ship we have. Is we have the Moldy Crow, which I forget what the call numbers of it are. But it, like the YT-1300, it also has its own, KWR 1200 or something. And so I don't know. It's not a ship that people recognize. I would modify it so that I still had a droid because I think it needs to have a droid. I should always have a droid on my car, basically, is how that works. I like that it's different. And, I could still do the, guts on the outside kind of thing and whatnot. But it's not going to be very identifiable. But I don't know how much of that really matters because most people think my car that I have right now is an X-Wing because it's got 4 guns on it. Actually got 6 guns on it, which I have 2 guns on each door. So people think it's an X-Wing. People think it's an Imperial ship because I have an Old Republic logo on it. People think I am Iron Man. People think I'm a Transformer, despite R2-D2 being on the trunk. People will just say what I'm going to... And I get called Back to the Future all the time. So I don't think it really matters. I think it just has to be a cool design. So, I'm legitimately considering it. I've had a lot of people tell me I should probably not do it because nobody knows what it is. It would be interesting to see the new Squadrons game is out, and it'd be interesting to see if that ship makes an appearance there. One of the benefits of doing my first car like an A-Wing, like this ship I'm building right now, and having this kind of a paint design on it with the red and the white on the sides and the guns on the sides and things. People recognized it from X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. So when I pulled into a gas station in Oregon, this guy flipped out. First off, he chased me back into the car because you're not allowed to pump your own gas. But this guy named Rusty, this was the year 2000. This was like the first road trip we took in the H-Wing. And we got up there, and it wasn't, I had just put the guns on it, and it had the basic paint on it. And he knew. He's like, oh my God, your car is an A-Wing. That is so awesome. And he was a big X-Wing versus TIE Fighter fan. And he got it. He knew it right off the bat. And that was pretty neat. So I was impressed with Rusty. So much so, I remember his name all these years ago. I think we took his picture. And yeah, it was pretty cool stuff. So I don't know about the other one. I like the ship a lot. It's one of my favorite non-movie Star Wars ships, of all time. Okay, so this is where it gets tricky. So we have built this piece right here. We added this bottom piece, right here, this one, and all of its superstructure. And so now these things have to join together. So what Lego did, which is pretty clever, is they had you build it in such a way that with these two pins here, once you line it up and you snap the pins into place, boom, you've got it. Now you just have to connect these two pieces, and I'm sure that's what all these extra pieces are for. So now that we've done that, oh, I see, and it also has these two pins down here at the very front, these guys right here, and they get lined up with this same panel. It's a little tricky, not too bad. Once you have those lined up, if you can snap them together. There we go. Got one, got two. Perfect. So now we have our little slide there, our little angle, the wedge of the A-wing. That's pretty cool. Brian's like, you're just gonna need a whole bunch of cars. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind doing that. I don't have a lot of driveway space though, so until I become independently wealthy, and really all of my karma I am trying to save right now. Karma is not an intentional joke, by the way. I want to reactivate the Muppet car project, and that honestly will be like the other one. I need the Star Wars car as my daily driver and for that aspect of charity, but I want to bring it back to the Muppets, which is where I got started with charity, and I would like very much to do it in that Muppet car. And so, I mean, honestly, that would make 4 cars here in the driveway, and that's at least one too many. And I think once I get the other car built, whatever the replacement for the 350Z is, the 350Z will go to a museum, and it will go right away. None of this hanging around, none of this sort of BSing around with museums that want it and they don't. I think I've got one lined up down in San Diego that will take it. And it'll either be the Comic-Con Museum or it'll be the car museum across from that. So it'll be in Balboa Park in San Diego, and that will be good. It doesn't have to hang around in my driveway. It can do something cool for kids. And I can loan it, so I can always get it back someday. But it doesn't have to live here, and it can make people happy somewhere else. That's what I wanted to do with the A-Wing, the H-Wing, and failed. Okay. So, it said to use 4 of those. I wonder where the other 2 go. Oh, there they are. They go up there. Tricky. Okay. That's pretty good. Page. Can't believe we've only gone like 15 pages. Nuts. And now we have to do these little aerodynamic trapezoid deals. All right, pretty good stuff. Well, that's it. I have one extra piece. I hope it's not important. I feel like it's just a random extra piece. So that'll go in the bag. Okay, the extra pieces. here we go. We're at about 12 inches still, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 inches so far. This is going to be a huge model. But I'm kind of impressed with it. It's looking pretty neat. And at least I made a little progress on it instead of just tripping over it. It was Colleen. Colleen's like, you should go back to making the Lego ship. And she's right, of course, but, you know. All right, not too shabby. I'm liking that. I love that the front seat here is like a tilt seat.
It came in to be right.
You're right? Okay. Here's Colleen.
I'm right. I'm being right.
Colleen is right. There she is.
Hi.
Except you're behind the
I can't.
thing. Oh, there you go. Just being right.
It's too hard.
I know, it's way too
looking good.
complicated. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how it's turning out. It's a pretty good size.
Yeah.
And it's starting to look like an A-wing at least.
Yes, that's
which is
very good.
And
You're through 3 packages now?
3 bags of 11. Yeah.
I know.
There's a way to go.
Yeah.
But
That's why I was
it's good.
encouraging you to go back.
I think
to
this
it.
is my favorite
Hi,
color
Brian.
Lego now.
It is a pretty cool. It's like wine color.
Yeah, it's a neat color.
Yeah.
So anyway, so not too bad, and I made it through half a pack of Necco wafers. It's good. Colleen made a yummy sound. Except, you know, their quality control's like really
God, what is?
gone downhill. It's supposed to say Necco,
Oh,
and instead it is a weird Fisher. I think these
Yeah.
are the lavender ones.
I know him.
Or it's the one that tastes like black licorice. I don't know. Anyway, well, cool. We made it through. We're here at bag 4. I guess I'll call it for today. We'll do this again at least next week. I'll figure that out. In fact, there we go. So that's it. That's what we have built today. I appreciate everybody's company. Nick says hi, but you don't know Nick.
Hi,
yet.
Nick.
Yeah.
Did
You
we
haven't-
meet Nick on Sunday?
Nope, you haven't met Nick.
Oh, I thought Nick was at the snack unboxing.
Oh, you know him from online.
Met.
Right, yeah. You haven't met him in person yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. We'll do more of this later on. But progress is good. And I'll maybe I'll log in this weekend and I'll show all y'all what we did in the front yard with for Halloween. It's not amazing, but it's decent. So at least we got something up. Usually I just do something in here and let people peek through the window, and I always thought that's kind of fun because it's like, ooh, it's what their house is like all the time. We're not going to give away treats. We're trying to be responsible, but people have been enjoying walking by the house and looking at the decorations, so that's been a total win. But maybe I'll take the phone out and we'll do something this weekend when I get a few more tombstones up there, which is why I have all these lines all over my arm as I've been painting fake tombstones, which is pretty funny. And I think I'm just gonna wimp out and go with the ones from the Haunted Mansion because they have very few letters on them. And I'm feeling kind of lazy. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. What time is it? Oh gosh, it's 5 o'clock. 5:10. We've been doing this for a while. We started at 3:30. That's respectable. All right, kids, have a good one, and I will see you all next week.